Since the mysterious death of a police officer in Illinois, and despite having at least 100 investigators searching for Lieutenant Joe Gliniewicz and his killers, that is, authorities appear to be nowhere close to catching them. Multiple vigils for the man known as G.I. Joe springing up, with the search for his killers now expanding. Investigators are going door to door near the crime scene, searching for suspects who were only described as 2 white males and 1 black male. Gliniewicz was shot early yesterday morning after spotting what he described as suspicious activity. Well, Glinowicz's death comes just days after a Texas sheriff's deputy was killed, execution style, while pumping gasoline into his patrol car, a crime that has led to new complaints about the anti-police rhetoric we have been hearing, in particular from some of these Black Lives Matter protests. But law enforcement officials are not the only ones questioning the movement now. Earlier this week, a Marine vet took to YouTube with a message that quickly got national attention.
So Black Lives, like this whole movement, pretty much started in, I think it was 2014, right? I think it was an incident in New York City. I think so. This was 7 years ago. So yeah, I think it's around 2014, 2015. You guys let me know in the comments.
This Black Lives Matter movement only promotes racism, and now they encouraging black people to go white people because they want white people to feel what we felt 400 years ago. All lives matter. That police officer that got killed by that black man because that black man listened to what y'all was saying by going out on white people. That police officer's life mattered. That 9-year-old girl in Ferguson, Missouri that got shot while she was doing her homework in a drive-by that none of y'all protested. Her life mattered. Then y'all slander me, y'all call me Uncle Tom and all that type stuff, how, whatever. Man, check this out. I had drill instructors in boot camp that had better insults than y'all. The reason why I have a lot of black supporters, I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth. The reason why I have a lot of black supporters is because black people can't accept the truth about themselves. Black people admitting to the truth is like them snitching on themselves. And black people had this no snitching rule. They gonna deny till they die. Y'all only teaching black people to hate white people, and now y'all encouraging black people to throw their lives down a drain by taking away somebody else's life? Sad. I'm gonna pray for y'all.
Joining me now, the young...
Before he continues, so this was 7 years ago, and it's scary. It continues 7 years later. The George Floyd situation, the riots, the protests, and just like he just said, there's nothing happens when it's a black on black. Well, Black Lives Matter, right? This was that's insane. This was 7 years ago. And now when something happens, oh, the riots, the protests, Black Lives Matter is on the front lines. The situation with Tyree Nichols. I didn't see Black Lives Matter on the front line. Did you guys see them? I didn't see them.
Young Marine you just saw, Michael Whaley. Michael, thank you so much for being here. What a powerful message. And I want to start by saying you're 27 years old. You're a father yourself. And in the wake of you posting this video, you've gotten severe pushback. What kind of messaging are you receiving?
I'm getting all types of messages from everybody. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's a freedom of speech. So they can say hateful stuff towards me. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes the truth is bitter. It's not going to be sweet. I don't know what I'm trying to do is just get the message out. And I love everybody. I love everybody. I love all y'all. I care about all y'all. If I ain't care about y'all, I wouldn't be here. I'm missing time away from my kids just to get this message out because I'm worried about my kids and your kids and the future. That's what matters. Their lives matter. All lives matter.
Why do you say in the video, why do you believe that the movement promotes racism? Because it says it's there to stop racism that it perceives on the part of law enforcement.
It doesn't. No, it only provokes racism. The reason why, because I'm putting the spotlight in Chicago because this goes out to the people of Chicago. I care about y'all because it's a lot of crime that goes on in Chicago every single day that doesn't get talked about in the mainstream media. Very true. Their lives matter. And it's too much killing that's going on. And the Black Lives Matter movement, they only protest when a white officer kills a black person. And to be honest, the mainstream media causes a lot of racism. They instigate it because in the mainstream media, they put white officer kills on black man. It instigates racism. Now, if they would have put police officer kills on civilian, you wouldn't know if that person was white or black, and 9 times out of 10 people that's watching probably wouldn't give a damn. Sorry for saying that. But I'm just being honest.
What do you mean about the no snitch rule? That was the first I'd heard something about that. This is your explanation for why you think black people in the inner cities don't speak up more about black on black crime?
The no snitching rule, you know for a fact, you probably heard of it before, so I know this ain't your first time hearing it. You heard of no snitching rule. That's better than no snitching rule.
Yeah.
It's like something
but
that
in this
black people...
context, it was new.
Okay, but yeah, how it is that it's telling the truth. Like if black on black crime happens every day, so if a black person go kill another black person, they gonna deny till they die. They not gonna admit the truth. And some people don't like admitting the truth because they don't like that. Like it hurts me to say right there. It hurts me as a black man to say right there. I had to tell the truth about my own people, but I did it because I care about my people. Jesus' own people turned on him because he spoke the truth, and they had him crucified. But at the end of the day, he loved them.
Respect to this young man. When he's around my age now, because he was 27 then. That was 7 years ago. He's at 34, 35 years old. Hey, respect. And just like he's saying, is that you can't speak, even if you're speaking with your heart, and you trying to plead with your people, and you pointing out the things that we need to work on, the things we need to change. That's for the better for our people and our kids. Just like he said, for their future. They will still call you those names. You a sellout, you a conservative sellout, and all because I want the best for my people. Now, and that's why I see a lot of guys like Officer Tangent and them, they get a lot of heat because they show the black community tough love. They speak the truth. And that's like he said, black people don't like to hear the truth. It is so true what he's saying. In 2023, the same thing is going on right now. They don't like to hear the truth. The truth hurts. We all know that. But sit back and think for a second what the person is saying before you move off emotions. And it's like, we can't say anything. We must just go along with the rest of the black community. No, not all of us feel that way.
So I love every single one of y'all. And this violence that's going on has to be stopped. This racism that's going on has to be stopped because black people and white people, we're not enemies. We have somebody else that's behind closed doors that's actually pulling the strings, that's actually causing a lot of racism here in America. Look at Martin Luther King. Would Martin Luther King want people to riot in Ferguson? No, he would not. Would Martin Luther King want people to riot in Baltimore? No. Martin Luther King had a dream. Now it's time for us to turn that dream into a reality. I don't care if I died trying, but guess what? I got my kids that's gonna carry on my legacy. And if I can't make that dream happen, then they gonna make it happen. It starts with us. It starts with education. We need to be teaching our kids that's growing up to overcome diversity, to accept criticism for all races, and to love one another, not because of the color of their skin. And the Black Lives Matter movement, they only instigate, they encouraging African Americans to throw away their lives for what? To take care for something that happened years ago that most white people this generation was not a part of, that they could not control.
Understood.
This history. Let's not look at the negative things in history. If we're going to look at the negative things, let's take those negative things and turn into positive, because history tends to repeat itself.
I got it.
I'm tired of it.
Michael, thank you.
So let's make a change to history. And I'm promoting this All Lives Matter movement because everybody's life matter, because I care about everybody. I love all y'all.
I hear you, and hopefully you won't receive any of hateful feedback. We appreciate you coming on, telling us your perspective tonight. All the best to you, and thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome.
Respect to that young black man. Hey, I agree with everything he said. I didn't hear anything for me to disagree on. He's pretty much saying and feeling like how a lot of our black people are feeling, but a lot of people are scared to speak up. Just like you said, now you're gonna have to deal with the backlash. If you're standing for the truth and you're standing for what's right in the black community, you're gonna have to deal with type of backlash like he's dealing with. I see it in my comments too, because I did like a few videos of Black Lives Matter and George Floyd. I see a few comments, I just blocked them. Because if you just dare to like bash me, call me names, I'm going to delete your comment and block you. If you're willing to have a debate in the comments, I'm all for it. But they bash you, disrespect you, don't even know where you politically stand. You could be a left or the right. They don't know, but they're quick to judge you that you're right, because you don't want to go along with their narrative. Like, just like he said, I've been saying in my videos, you guys can see in my other videos that I said the same thing. We cannot keep trying to punish all white people for what their ancestors did in their past. They can't go back and change it. They can't. Nobody can. And just like he said about Chicago, a lot of crimes. It's sad that kids on the way to school, walking to school, gotta be ducking from bullets. They got nothing to do with nothing. But if you call that out, you're a sellout. You speaking up for the kids. Just like I said, I don't agree with everything Charleston White. I'm not sure if you guys know who Charleston White is. I don't agree with a lot of things that he does, but a lot of things that he says about the black community and rappers and thugs and the gangsters, it's all true. It's all true. We only suppress and bully our own people. I don't understand why everybody can't live their life. We can't change the past. That's history. It's done. It's written in the books. We can't do nothing. All we could try and do is make a better future for ourselves and our kids. That's it. People refuse to do that. And that brother is smart. This was almost 8 years ago. You heard what he said. There's other people in political power that's pushing this. He's not stupid. This was 8 years ago. I believe the same thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I totally believe it. And hey, and that no snitching rule is the dumbest thing that could ever happen to the black community. The dumbest thing ever. Kids getting shot. You can't say nothing. No snitch rules. Nah. Back then in the 90s and the 80s when we were growing up, if something happened, nah, you gotta go. You can't be bringing that in our neighborhoods. That's why a lot of people say back then in the black community, black people were more close. We were more like family. Like, you know, even if we didn't know each other, it was always that type of love. It wasn't perfect, but it was a lot more stable than it was back then compared to now. Now, we're too separated. We're too separated. Everybody's for themselves. Everybody is believing a whole bunch of stuff. They still believe in the white man came to Africa and just took us. They still believe in all this, even though they have this right here. You could go right on your phone and look it up. How history started. It's not that complicated, man. It's not that complicated. But hey, shout out to that Marine. I hope he's doing good. Him and his kids. Give me guys think about this in the comments, man. It's sad to see the state of the black community in 2023. It's just sad, and it's just going. It's like never ending. We're just hurting each other. It's sad, man. It's just sad. Hey, I'll catch you guys next video. You guys stay safe, man. Have a blessed day.